All right, welcome back, everybody. Today we've got a little bit of a different look. I am going to play my version of Rainbow Elves. So it's not really rainbow. It's that's kind of the term for it. But it's elves splashing colors out of the sideboard. So for a long time, this was kind of the standard build. You were playing Birchlow Rangers and Jasperas and Nettle Sentinels to play Distant Melody, but the deck has really shifted with the introduction of Avenging Hunter and Sag Wildling and Generous Ent to kind of be more green min rangey. This is a little bit lower to the ground, but has more versatile answers in it, namely the Blue Blast. So having access to Blue Blast and countering things like Breath Weapon and Gutter Snipe and stuff on the stack gives you that time walk effect that can save your lineup really well with the loss of a little bit of speed. So instead of playing the 9 turn 1 elves, we're just playing 6 this time. Normally you play 4 Birchlow Rangers, but I'm playing just 2. 2 of those and then 4 of the Jasper Sentinel. This is a little bit better. It's a 1/2 reach, which can come up a lot. And then out of the sideboard, I'm playing 4 Blue Blast, 2 Envelop to deal with Arms of Adar and that kind of effect, as well as like opposing Winding Ways and Lead the Stampedes or Dread Returns, which is additional graveyard hate. And then I'm playing Rooftops and V2s. I opted for Rooftops this time just because it's an additional flyer which we lost by cutting the Sagus to add these in, and it's a little bit more versatile. I found in kind of a more low to the ground one than playing Paladin. We have definitely dropped on the life gain aspect, but to make up for the loss of the life gain, you're adding in the ability to counter the thing on the stack. So not dealing with the gutter snipe at all instead of trying to gain life in response to it. So I don't really know how this league is going to go. I'm concerned it's going to be a little bit more fragile. You're not going to be able to keep as many one lander hands because you're not going to have turn one elf a lot of the time. But I think that it's going to be a little bit. We're gonna have a few more outs in the deck, 2 sweepers than not. So we'll see how that goes. I'm gonna see if I can add one more of those. At least have matching elves. And I think we're gonna go with that. And I will see everyone for round 1. All right. So we're on the draw. But this is kind of what I was talking about. Is we don't actually have the nut draw, but this is a pretty stable hand. Um, in the blind, they're on 6. But yeah, turn 1 Jasper Sentinel, depending on the matchup, could be really good or it could be completely bad. Swamp Go. If this is Spy, we're kind of fucked, but it's not. Okay. All right. Playing a little bit different. We'll come off as Walls combo a lot of the time because this is like what a Walls combo deck does. Double Swamp. Okay. So this is like a black pestilence pile thing. Next turn we'll still be able to play Timberwatch unless plans change. 1/2/1 Quirion. 1/2. Actually, since we can't do that, we're just gonna do Jaspera and pass. And so we're gonna cycle Generous in the end step, and then we'll play some Timberwatches. These are more stable than okay, that's fine. We're more stable than we are against other decks, so sure. All right, end step. Cycle and Ent. We don't have a gingerbread cabin to get, but this is also one of those decks where like the sideboard envelop will be really good. Ugh, shit. So yeah, this was the normal one. We'd be able to play turn 3 Hunter if these were Llanowar Elves. Obviously, a little punished, but that's okay. We're still presenting problems for them. They've got Lembus and campfires and shit, but we can't get cooked by a single in the festivities. Pestilence is still not great, but this kind of 1-for-1 stuff is still pretty good. just replay the turn cycle over and attack for 2. So they can, they'll gain life with their campfire in the end step. It's fine. Figure it out. This is not the best thing. Sure. We've got going on. Okay, there's Thorn. Sure. That's kind of the nuts. All right, 1, 2, replay 3, 4, 5. Hunter. I think that's still the best thing to do. 4, 5, Hunter. Turn behind, but we've got Quirion Ranger untapped to serve as a blocker. We can kill the Thorn. We now have the initiative. They're kind of incentivized to start digging for things. Here we go. Sure. That doesn't draw an extra card. 2 cards left. 3 mana. I will 100% trade. That's fine. I keep the initiative. Sure. Okay. So that's not great. But they keep that. We get to Lost Well. Scry 2. Actually, at this point, we don't want either of these. We want mana of some kind. Not great. But yeah, I mean, this is also a little bit of the variance. We still have 6 turn 1 elves. Like, it's not. This shouldn't be as dramatic as it is. But they have definitely dug out. This is not a good matchup for us, especially when they get to do this much shit. But okay, cool. Exile your campfire. Here's this. Bestow, and I'm bestowing so that they can't sweep up. They have to kill us twice now. Otherwise we get the initiative. This has trample. Sure. Do you have the kill it twice? Sure. Okay. That's fine. It's definitely not great. We're both like ticking through the initiative though, which is pretty funny. Or I'm ticking through the initiative, they're just drawing an extra card. That's great. But we've also lost like all of our hydras and shit. Here's all of our mana generation, sure. Birchlore. Priest. Pass. Alright, I mean, and the festivities or whatever, the suffocating fumes is pretty abysmal for me here. But they are definitely running low on resources. Sure, Crypt Rats is annoying. Yeah, do you even do that? Sure. I don't know why they... Yep, that's fine. Yeah. Cool. Okay. Drawing card 36. I'm at Throne of the Dead 3. Alright, Generous Ent would be great. Mass Vandal actually seems really good because now I get to clip their Tithing Blade so they can't flip that and start draining me. 2, 3, Timberwatch and Priest. Just kind of keep up the threats. So having just blockers playing this weird emblem game with them, I mean, they're completely online. So this is definitely not great. But yeah, if they have to start doing stuff like that and spending their turn refilling, eventually we'll hit a point where we're overwhelming the resources. But I assume that they're, yeah, able to get over the hump pretty easily. We've got 1 Hydra on the bottom, which is higher up. Sure, pick back up your top of your library. Okay, so Crypt Rats is coming back next turn. Let's see if we can get over the hump. I doubt it. They're completely operational. I've not seen... Right, okay, here's Crypt Rats. They don't have... Yeah, I was gonna say they don't have mana for it. Sure. Alright, they've got Crypt Rats in hand. Um we shuffle our library, we go get a land. Sure. Okay. Here's this. With the backup hunter, we can kind of get wild with it. I assume they're gonna block and chump. Or they're gonna let me take the monarchy? Sure. Okay, they're letting me take the monarchy. They're gonna hope to hit with the Crypt Rats. Sure. 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 This kills everything unless you stack to your library, which you did not. Okay. Save Olympus, leave it on top. Yep, blow my priest. Oh, they have the second map token. Sure. All right. So they're gonna get back the monarchy and the fuck. Oh, sure. Okay. So they're letting me keep the monarchy and the um thing, which is kind of odd, especially when I get to do this. And now my creature's bigger than yours. Um. Okay. If I attack and they don't block, they're dead. Sure. Hunter. Trap ya. Cool. Ground the fuck out against black removal. This is the Crypt Rats is gonna be a problem for me, but that's a problem for another time. All right, they're gonna have Drown in Sorrows. They're gonna have all this other shit. We want Lead the Stampedes. I think we're gonna cut the priests just because they don't really do anything, and I think we'll take in. What the hell's going on? Fairy Macabre. And do I want the? I think I want the rooftops more than I want the Fairy Macabres because they're gonna try to get back their Crypt Rats, and so having a 3/3 flyer too against their deck, which doesn't have any sort of flying, is gonna be okay. We're definitely gonna be a little bit slower, but this is a great emblem game, and I'm kind of surprised that we won that one. I think they weren't ready for like the second hunter or whatever, but sure, I will take the advantage of that one. This is great. This is exactly what we're looking for. We have no instance. They're going to keep up turn one Defile. We're going to chill out on this. I'm not giving them the Defile on the Fyndhorn Elves, the world's easiest thing, sure. Haunted Mire, okay. Oh, I hope they go for an Exhume. I don't think these decks even do that anymore, but... Alright, so yeah, they have Defile, which is very annoying. But, you know, we'll get there. We'll dig it out. I think I still do this and play both of these. And now they can Defile the Quarian. Sure, doesn't matter. Sure, Limbus. Bottom. Colony Garden. Great. Cool. All right. So they have the Defile. Anyway, creature. Just play one of these guys. Chill out. We've hit every land drop. I think playing the Birchall Ranger just to get it swept up is really bad. If they spend any time doing, sure, this kind of stuff, this is great. Oh, cool. And I'm going to get to untap with, you know him, you love him, Avenging Hunter. The initiative is such a fucked up mechanic, man. Like, I know we talk about it a lot, but god damn, dude. Still not playing Birchall Rangers. Sure. So yeah, they kept a big removal hand, but they don't have. Sure, that's fine. Any land off the top. I think we then now we lost well. Lost well. No response. Um top. Top. Flying threat's great. Avenging Hunter. Just keep slamming these until the game's over. Stash. Pass. They don't have anything in their graveyard, but obviously, okay. Land number 4. Sure. All right. Catacombs. 2, 3. Lead the Stampede. And the full 5 for 5. Okay. Cool. 1, 2. Here's this. Here's this. Green. Bestow onto. I'm just going to play this. So I've got another blocker. And I don't have to go to discard. Obviously, Drowninosaur is really bad here, but also we're getting to Throne of the Dead 3 pretty quickly. They're gonna, sure, Fanatical Offering. This is really good, which is pretty funny that they can just clip this really easily, but I'm assuming they're a little, yeah, okay, so they're still digging for stuff, sure. Bog's fine, Bog's not what we're looking for. Cool. No response, Throne of the Dead 3. Grand Ranger. Draw step. Mass Vandal, no targets. All right, we've got 6, 7 mana here. 3. All right, 7 mana here. 8 mana here. They can't snuff out the skeleton. And if they get antsy and snuff this out, that's great. We want to get this game over with. Can't snuff out the skeleton token. It has to be cast down. Sure, that's fine. Sure. I still come in with a 7, 8, and I'm attacking for 1. 4, 4 Quirion Ranger is pretty fucking good. And we, sure. All right, what's your plan here? Turn off auto yields. Do you also have hunters? If you tap out for a hunter, that's great. If you play Crypt Rats, X equals 2, sure. This still is hexproof. Yeah, I mean, I think we're punishing them. Sure. Okay. Draw for turn, get a land. Sure. Draw a step. I think playing a Generous Sense good. Biggest thing in the fucking sky. The next turn, through Hydra. And yeah. They can snuff out once. They have to kill both creatures. I think we might limp over the finish line. The Ultra Control deck missing a million fucking land drops is pretty much how we win this game. like them just having to spend a bunch of fucking turns playing like weird ass shit, and then in the mid game them just kind of stalling out is pretty convincing win. I will say so myself. All right, see everyone for round two. All right, on the draw, round two. Let's see how this goes. All right, super punish mulligan. Of course, no lands. Why showing all that? Okay, cool. This, because we have nothing in our main deck, I'm gonna bottom that so we have at least a functional hand. Sure. Mountain Pass. All right, so this is Jund. That's my guess. All right, let's play the Llanowar. We can still cycle in the end step. Okay, no, it's Mono Red Madness, and I walked right into it. They either know who I am, or they're prepped for me, or I'm just gonna get cooked. All right, draw step. The Mass Vandal is completely fucking useless. Just gonna play Priest. They want to cast their Lava Dart into it. That's fine, but 2 mana tap for 1, not really what they're looking for. Sure. All right, so this is the let's see if the sideboard works at all kind of stuff. Sure, Fire Temper on the Priest. We're going upstairs. Nope. Okay, that's fine. Draw step. Cycle Ent and cast Winding Way. Um, gonna get betrayed. You gonna dump all my shit? Sure, yeah, of course. Why wouldn't you drop 3 Lead the Stampedes and give me a full house of stuff? Yes, classic. Did Winding Way get bugged? What the fuck is going on with Winding Way? Alright, well, here's this, but I'm definitely dead, so. At least they can't attack with their Gutter Snipe, but they've got Lava Dart, deals 3. So they've got 3 burn on board. Sure. I didn't show them anything that indicates that I'm multicolored, which is actually pretty good. So they won't bring in Pyroblasts. Interesting. They won't bring in Pyroblasts, which is nice. Here's this. Pass. So we'll get away with that, but I mean, I don't think that I'm sure. Just going upstairs. All right, so I'm dead over the course of 2 turns. Dead right now. Sure. That's 3 in the graveyard. Looting out of the graveyard also deals 3. Sure. 1 creature. Sure. Okay. Cool. All right. Sideboarding. Mass Vandal's completely out. These in. These in. These out. These out. These in. Rooftops in. All right, so we're going full whatever. I think I'm going to cut one of these. I don't think we need that. But yeah, they don't know that I'm multicolor elves yet. So I think having... Oh, cut Hunter. Come on, Timberwatch. I think I'm going to cut 2 Hunters. No, I'll just cut through. I'll cut all Hunters, bring the Fairy Macabres. I think them not being ready for like the Jasper Sentinel would be pretty good. I actually don't think that would have even helped this game, but obviously we had to mulligan. Sure. Okay. 7 cards in hand. No answer to. I'm not gonna mulligan a Blue Blast. I think that that's actually losing. I think us playing as much of a normal game as I possibly can. They always have Lava Dart. Of course they do. Is pretty good. All right. There's the Blue Blast, and now we sit on that as long as we can. Sure. Still nothing indicating that we are multicolor elves. I think holding up the Birchlore, because the sequencing for Birchlore is really weird, where they have to commit so many resources to it off of the, like, they're gonna have priority at one point to cast it, and so I think being able to clip that is gonna be good. Sure. Virtual Ranger. So now they have to sack a land to not have Blue Blast up on their turn, which they might just do, depending on what the rest of their hand looks like, or they're gonna get cooked. Yes, Virtual Rangers. That means nothing. Sure. 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 All right. So there's that. Counter target blue spell. All right. So they got it out of my hand. Oh, come the fuck. Okay. I was gonna say, it was like, do you really have Red Blast in? Sure. So they just like quadded themselves for that, and I don't even think that that's, of course, I don't even think that that's like the best they could do. Because now I get a 2/4. I'm up at 22, and we'll figure it out at the end. But definitely running low on stuff. Faithless Looting is fine. Card disadvantage. And the festivities is great. Sure. One card left, or two cards left. All right, Birchler off the top. Ooh, no. But Macabre. I think at this point, I'm going to clip their lootings. And then I'm going to attack, see what they do. If they block and bolt, that's fine. If not, I'm going to play a 1/2 Hydra. And we're just going to survive. We're going to see how this goes. Virtual Rangers also has to be another elf, so you can't really do like you can't do this kind of shit, but sure. All right, so they have 3 cards in hand. They don't have a single pinger. Of course, okay, cool. Highway Robbery, sure. Lava Dart, Graveyard, great. I don't care about that. Do I even play it? No, because I'm not even doing anything with it. If they want to block Hydra and ping it with that, that's fine. I actually think I am gonna do this. I'm gonna stand this up. If I don't think they're gonna Lava Dart my Quirion Ranger. I think that's just like they're stuck on so few resources that, yeah. Okay, here's this guy. Sure. All right, Birchlore off the top. Sure, that's fine. What I wouldn't kill for Fire Blast. All right, one card left. Sure. All right. It's fine. We'll figure it out. Figure it out. um, they're definitely going to be able to go over the top of me. I mean, they're going to have Faithless Lootings, all this other shit, but we're not dead. We're not just dead. It's not great. Cool. I love having no mana. They have one card left. They've got a Faithless Looting in the yard. Plotting, just casting. Okay, great. Sure. 2 cards. Winding Ways, perfect. I finally get to hit Ancestral Recall. Sure. Okay, cool. It's fine. We're not just dead. And we'll... I don't even know if we want to cycle. Oh, come on. All right, so Lava Darts deals 6 now, or 4 now. Ooh, all right, there we go. Birchlore. Cycle Ent. Play this. Here's this. Cool. All right, they've got one thing coming out of the graveyard. They've got one lava dart. I'm gonna destroy one of the Kessigs. I probably could have done this in their upkeep, but they could have done this at any point. So I think reducing. Oh my god, I'm getting Fire Blast over the top. Sure, Fiery Timber, Hardcast. Sure, okay. Um. Oh, come the fuck on, really? Jesus Christ. All right, so yeah, blue didn't really work. I mean, they were running to their fail rate, but then yeah, the they drew three things. I drew two rooftops and nothing, so didn't really get going. But idea was there. All right, see everyone for the next round. All right, on the draw, round three. Um, it's just kind of a slow and steady hand. Let's see if I get paired into mono red again. Mountain, show me the mountain. Make her regret every decision I ever made. Oh, it's spy. That's worse. All right, so there's this. And they can cycle. They have the dread return in hand, which is pretty bad for them. Um, but you know, it's not great for me. There's the overgrown. There's the generous sense. They have overgrown battlement in hand and a forest. They don't have what's his face though. There's the battlement. Cool. It's fine. Where were you last turn? All right. There's this, and then we'll get to start just slamming shit. They don't have a ton of. I mean, they've got some time, but yeah. Here's the Winding Way. Sure. There's Dread Return, a Graveyard, Land Grant, and Winding Way. So that was a 2 mana draw 0. And we're going to play turn 3 Avenging Hunter. The hell's your last card? Sure. Okay. So we know these three of these four cards. If they drew the Balustrade Spy, we're fucked. But I think we got to do this. I think we got to push a little bit more. Um, Walls aren't artifacts. Um, Cycle this. I think I still just pick this up. 3, 6. Okay. Do I think Avenging Hunter is gonna do anything? No. And then Hydra onto this boy. And try to just hope they don't fucking have it. They don't have their swamp, which is pretty good. But yeah, I don't think Avenging Hunter does anything. I think I'd rather have Active Timberwatch than whatever the rest of their thing is. If they're gonna, okay, that's draw for turn, Mass Vandal, sure, that's fine. I don't really care because I have the second one, so they committed to this. They don't have black mana. They can play Battlement, but we get to overrun their whole team. Sure. Cool. All right. There's this. 4, 8, 12, 14. Okay, so I think let's go lead first and see if we can't produce more elves. Just get more shit in play. Yeah, okay. So all of these work. Did I just grab? You've got to be fucking kidding me. That would have been lethal. I love when it's almost lethal and I just Magic Online with the tiny fucking windows. I mean, I think we're they've got Dread Return 1 unknown. If they have the thing, they've got it. They don't have their 4th land, as far as I know. We get to hit them for a lot. Sure. Hitting them for a lot is pretty good. It's not lethal, but boy, oh boy, is it a lot of damage. 12, they're dead on board. And here's Mass Mantle. No targets. All right, so don't kill me now. All right, it's their last land. Do you have Spy? +4/+4? Yeah, they would have been dead. Great. Do you have Spy? Sure. This doesn't feel like Spy. I feel like you wouldn't do all of this if you had Spy, you know? You would just cast Spy. You have a Dread Return in the yard. Okay. Yep. They don't have it. Sure. This doesn't actually save them. This doesn't actually save them. Oh, cancel. Okay, yeah, this doesn't actually save them. +9. You'll have to wipe your entire board. Cool. All right. So we got incredibly lucky that they just never hit it. Magic Online, I have to just zoom in on the fucking thing. But this is when these come in. So Sneaky Envelops. They have no targets for Mass Vandal. And I'll cut one of these. I don't think rooftops we can get there. If they hit their fail rate, they're gonna hit this, but 5 mana is kind of a lot to ask. Um, but maybe I'll side these in for the hunters. I think if they want to play an Avenging Hunter game with me, I'll play that. They don't. They'll have. I don't know if they're gonna have sweepers in this build. If they do, sure. God damn, so close. This is almost an unbelievable hand. Yeah, we got a mulligan. All right. Mulligan again. Okay, sure. 1, 2, and let's hope we draw anything. But they kept 7. They kept 7 with the Balustrade Spy this time. Double land grant. Okay. It's not really what we're looking for. We draw an envelop, that'd be sick, but I doubt it. Here's this, and then one I'm assuming is probably overgrown. Yep, cool. All right. Envelop? Nope, of course. Why would I ever get so lucky? All right. I mean, I did the best I could, but they've got one cycler left to get their last forest, and they have to get their last swamp out of their deck. And I've got no time. Okay, they even have a fiend. But they don't have a way to get their black mana. Okay, they don't have a way to get their black mana, and they decided to not get anything like that. Here's this. Pick this up. 1, 2. Just give this trample, and then they can take my Generosent. All right, so they dump their Generosent. Sure. All right. I mean, doing the best I can, but they don't have a way to get black mana. There's a way to get black mana that adds to my elf count. Wall of Roots. Sure. All right, so I know 6 of the cards in hand. It's gotta be game winning, right? Cycle this. Nothing left. 2. Yeah. GG's. Cool. Exact damage. Lucked out. See everyone the next round. All right, on the draw for round 4. We've had pretty weirdly lopsided games, so sure. It's a lot of elves. I think we're gonna keep the one lander. We get to see at least what they are on before we make decisions, which is always nice. And hopefully they are on something cool. Sure. All right. So if they're on Scred, we're a little bit screwed. But if they're on Terror, we can figure this out. Sure. Um, so they're gonna brainstorm, untap, upkeep, Lorien revealed, or something like that. And we'll see how this goes. Um, all right. Or they're just gonna redraw one of their brainstorm cards. All right, cool. So they're trying to get cute with it and hit me for hit me with a counter spell. I think I'm gonna play one of these, and then second one, and turn 5. Turn going into turn 3, I'm gonna have 5 mana. So they had to leave up blue. They probably have okay, so they've got sneaky snackers, I'm assuming, or they're just raising the terror. We'll see how this goes. Okay. That's different. All right. I think that we then offer this up to the counter spell. If they're smart, they won't counter it. Okay. Yeah, because if you have black mana, you've got removal in your deck. I think being able to have more of that is good. Whereas I think that I got to then resolve Winding Way while they had the counterspell up. They have cast downs, they've got snuff outs. This is the new Demir list. So they're gonna have snackers, yada yada yada. Which Jasper Sentinel shout out. But yeah, like I think that in a deck with cast downs and snuff outs, using a counterspell on a creature that you can kill anyway, that is like the most high priority creature in my entire deck, feels a little medium. From my where I sit, I also could be wrong. They might just not have any removal, but also it's not going to do anything until next turn. And you're playing black removal. It's not like it's red removal. Yeah, I don't care about that. It's not like it's red removal where you can absolutely like run out of the ability to do things. Like this is gonna get okay. Um. All right. So the question is elf count or Hydra. I think Hydra as a 3/4. I wonder if they subscribe to what I was talking about, where they're gonna have a cast down for this in the end step, and then I'm gonna be out of pressure. Um, Annoyingly, all of their removal is instant speed, so envelop into the sideboard's not really gonna help, but that'll be fine. We're gonna hit them with the V2s. This style of elves is definitely more prevalent when there was Kuldotha running around, where like you had to respect red because you're gonna see it every time. Sure, okay. So they either have main deck Arms of Adar or my Timberwatch is about to get snuffed out. Either way, sure. Um, that's a little frustrating. Now here come the snakes. They've got exactly seven things in their graveyard. I don't really know what they're super looking for. Okay. So they've got a counterspell up. Let's see if this is worth it. And then we're gonna just play a Hydra. This is gonna get countered, it's gonna get countered, but how many of these can you possibly have? All of them? Sure. Alright. They're gonna have all of them, they're gonna have all of them. But they're running out of resources. We've got three winding ways, three lead the stampedes. They have not hit a single creature yet, so we're under no pressure. There's the creature. Second one? No, okay. They're going to try to ride this one Tolarian Terror to victory. Priest. Mass Vandal. Jasper all in. Alright. Don't have your one main deck Suffocating Fumes. They are losing this race, which is really funny. But I feel like here's a Lorien revealed. Yeah. I even knew it. I was like, they're at 5 mana. It's time to see them elbow tap for a Lorien revealed. And then what I'm assuming is probably either, okay, sit back or hold up Snuff Out. All right, something good. Nope. All right. I think at this point I just turn everything sideways. And I don't really care. Like, they're going to kill the Priest here for the first one. But they are losing the race. I've got Quirion Rangers to untap. I don't care about that. Sure. But they're dead very quickly. Turn off auto yields. I'm going to chump with this. If they even attack. But, yeah, I was going to say they can't attack. Here's one anyway. Get the counterspell out of your hand. You've drawn your third one. Or what's up? You counter the Winding Way, kind of what comes out of it. Do you counter the Doomsday? You try to beat the Doomsday pile. Okay. Yes. Sure. I don't really know what the plan is. Cool. Thanks for making me not draw 2 elves. Trying to spike another counterspell? Sure. Feels like they don't have a counterspell, so let's play Avenging Hunter. Cool. And now we sit back. And chill. Cool. All right. Removal spell for Avenging Hunter is not great, but it's also not the end of the world. Hardcast Snuff Out, sure. I've got Elves to spare, homie. Man, Avenging Hunter. What a fun card. Because now we're in this whole sub game. You have to kill one of my shits. I'm going to have a bunch of stuff ready to throw. You can only sit on it. Okay, cool. You just fumes my whole board, or you gonna let me block? Okay, sure. Okay, that is a little bit annoying. They're not dead on the backswing, but also 3 cards left. So I don't have like evasion, so 3 cards left. They've got 2 counterspells still. They've got a bunch of snuff outs and cast downs. I'm going to probably forge. Yeah, I'm the aggro player here. I'm the beatdown. We gotta kill them. This gaining 6 every life is gonna be a problem. We've got this Hydra and then one more. What are you debating? I mean, if you have fumes, it's good. Like, I don't. That's the thing that I'm stuck on. Like, if they have one spot removal, like they could snuff out my Jasper and play fumes, and then this game is over. But If they're gonna let me untap with a bunch of shit, I'm gonna forge onto something. I'm gonna forge onto a Jaspera. Are you gonna kill this? No. Okay. All right. How many counterspells do they think they have? And is this lethal? 4, 8, 9, 10. Plus 8 plus 8. And then if I ever get the initiative back, they're dead. But no. All right. I think we do this. And then we just play Hydra X equals on the Quirion Ranger. And hope they don't have another Spell Pierce. Yikes. This isn't lethal. But damn near is. They're losing life every turn. They do have Hardcast Snuff Out up, but if they let me get to damage... Sure. Okay, so I still have a 7-8. You're still taking 3. I can chump this at any point with any of these things. It's a tight game. Makes for weird gameplay. Sure. Snacker, Flying Threat. I've got Reach Blockers. Sure. Cool. How many Snuff Outs do you have left? 1, 2. Okay, they've got 2 Snuff Outs left. Cool. All right, trap you. Trap. 2, 3. This is a morph creature. 4. Here's all my elves. This is a lethal threat, a force block. Cool. That's fine with me. Gain a much life. That's fine. I've got multiple reach blockers. One's a 3/4. Might have just ground him down, team. Man, who knew that the most broken dungeon in the entire deck would? Thanks. I mean, I guess after a certain point, you don't want to be milling your terrors and shit. So I get the thought process on that, but I've also they've jumped 2 1-mana elves for me and 2 lands. They do have 6 cards in hand, and they've still got 2 snuff outs, 2 cast downs. But they're also kind of running out of time. They're playing a Gurmag. Okay, sure. Yeah, you've got enough. You've got enough things in your deck. They've drawn 2 cards this turn. How many threats do they have? Okay, so they've got... They still have 3 snakes. Jesus Christ. Cool. All right, I get to untap, draw an extra card. Second Unexpected Fangs is punishing, but that also is 5, 6. Untap. Ent. I also have 2 more Avenging Hunters. Still at 20. What's the play here, homie? What's the play here? I do somehow keep drawing unbeatable threats for their entire deck. They can't even kill my Hydra with what they have on board. Sure. Here's this. And that's sequencing. Okay. If they 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, 10. I think I still just attack with this. If they have the Unexpected Fangs, it's pretty good, but it's not game-ending. And still do have a lot of shit in play, but we're getting to the point where they're gonna have Suffocating Fumes eventually. This is a 6/7, still does beat their board. But yeah, they need to find Suffocating Fumes plus removal spell for my remaining reach blockers. Sure. Okay. You can trade your whole board or just the Gurmag. Whole board? Okay. Sure. It's fine. Yep. It's more frustrating than it is anything, but I also get to go to the Throne of the Dead 3 next turn, and I've got 2 Ents left in the deck. They just hit a terror of their own, so they've got 1 of those left. 1 terror, 2 terrors. Okay, no, they've got 2 more terrors left in their deck. Ooh, got them. Got there. Bang, 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 bang. Cool. All right. This is definitely a blue blast matchup. This is definitely a rooftop matchup. This could be a V2 matchup. So these are the 6 cards I want to bring in. I think I'm junking Mass Vandals. They have literally no targets. Do I want to junk a priest? I think I'm gonna junk this because they're gonna have Murmuring Mystics, which are gonna be a fucking problem, which is also kind of why I want to bring this in. Really regret not having removal spells here. And then I'll cut a priest, a Timberwatch. I'll cut 2 Timberwatch. I think I'd rather have the mana generation than, because they don't have like Lava Dart. So that's the difference between this and the mono red, is they don't have that kind of um insane top end. Uh Shit. Sure. It's very fragile, but also, yeah, if they try to screw me, I've got plans for them. All right. I think I play Jaspera because we're not accelerating into anything, and I'd rather them spend a bunch of removal spells on shit like this that don't actually affect the board. There's this guy. Jaspera. Now I can't get Suffocating Fumes off of 2 mana. Sure. This is definitely the hand that can get absolutely collapsed by a Lead the Stamp or a Suffocating Fumes, but I think that I'd rather keep a okay-ish 7 than try to mulligan to a better 6 against a deck that sees this many cards. Like, they're just keeping up Counterspell. Cool. That's what I'm looking for. Okay, so here's this. Here's this. This might be enough. And I'm gonna not attack, which should be the world's most obvious counterspell. Sure. All right. If they're gonna go land Arms of Adar and then we get to just completely cook their shit with Sideboard Envelop, that's exactly how we drew this up. Yep. Gotcha. And now I get to play the world's biggest Hydra. And that's why we have the blue mana, homie. 2, 3, 4. Oh, nope. 4. They really only have like 1 of those, which is pretty funny. Hydra, bestow onto the Jaspera. And I mean, if they've got Snuff Out, they've got Snuff Out. But I did just get to completely steal back the Sweeper. Whew. Man, when Envelop works, it works. This is my whole plan, though. So if they do start playing Hydras and shit, we're kind of fucked. This is a 5/6, which helps, but they had 2 main deck, um, whatever the Fangs, Unexpected Fangs. So Their 5/5s might be 5/6s or 6/6s, which is not really great. Um, if they're debating on snuffing it out, from my point, I would, but also you don't know the rest texture of my hand, but I now have a 4/5 coming in instead of a 5/6, which I think is better for them. Sure, but typically these lists run one of these, if that. So hopefully we did just dodge a bullet. Cool. And get to start smashing. Love that. 2 mana up. Snake time. Sneaky snacker. Sure. Cool. Um. Okay. Combat. There's these boys. Yeah, I think I'll attack with all these. At this point now, I want to stock my graveyard for V2. But I think if they're gonna trade, I don't really care if they trade with a 1/1. Sure. Okay, and then you're gonna trade off with the Jaspera. Nope. All right, you're just gonna take combat damage. Sure, that's fine. One. Pick this up because we don't actually need the land. Um. Okay. Do I want to play 1/3 V2 so they can't attack me? I think I'm gonna set up more. I think this is better, and I think I'm gonna hold the extra Quarian. I think the way we lose this game is they find our suffocating fumes. I think having one sneaky snacker is not the end of the world. And I don't think I'm gonna trade off for the exact reason. They're at 9. They're sure. 5, 6. Pick this up. 6. Here's this. 3/3 flyer. Gain 2 life. I'm gonna pull out Arms of Adar. Snuff out, I guess. Sure. And pass. I'm not winning they're not winning the race. They do have the sneaky snacker, which is annoying, but also, yeah, I didn't think they were gonna attack. I think they're okay, sure. Um, every elf makes this worse for them. Okay, that's why. Sure. Sure. I mean, if they've got suffocating fumes for this exact blow to block this suffocating fumes it, sure. But I can kind of keep throwing shit down. You're gonna run out of life eventually. I've got blockers. I don't know what the fuck their last card in hand is. Yeah, you're not winning this race. The unexpected fangs is the only thing that's going to blow me out. Sure. Okay. That's fine. I mean, it's annoying, but it's not, the end of the world. I do need something, though. All right, 2 cards left over there. That's not really it. 3. Cast with Morph. I mean, it's a Burshal Ranger. If you're going to counter it, that'd be pretty fucking funny. Then combat, and now I am losing this race because of the lifelink. Sure. Um, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Done. Go here. I mean, a brainstorm gets this back. Okay, they don't have it. All right, deck. Something good. I think I just take it at this point. Yeah. I mean, I don't think doing anything else like that is good. All right, let's just attack with everybody. Attack all. Turn off auto yields. Why the fuck am I yielding through my turn? It's not lethal, but it's pretty good. 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10. Tight race. I don't know why I automatically F6 when I've got shit to do. They must have a kill spell. That's what this feels like. Is they've got some sort of answer to one of my creatures, probably the rooftop, as the biggest thing in play, and that will, yeah, okay, yep, all right. So that does that fuck me? Because now they're gaining 6 a turn. All right, we'll take a draw. And we'll see what's up. But I'm pretty sure I'm dead. The Unexpected Fangs being their last card, pretty good. But yeah, we'll block one. All right, 2 cards left over there. Sure. Snacker's back. Throw one of these in front of the 2 of these guys. Sure. Okay. And now Hydra. Hydra off the top. Come on, deck. Come on, deck. Come on, deck. That's not it. All right. GG's. Yep. Cool. Okay. All right. So they know about that thing. I mean, my draw was pretty abysmal. Um. Oh my god. All right. So Hydra was soon, but I couldn't last through soon. Um. I think I do want the Timber Watches back, and I actually want to cut a Hydra, and I think the rooftop is better than I want. I think I'm gonna cut the Hunters. No, I'll have a Hunter in. The Inspectors don't actually seem great. We'll do it that way. The Inspectors seem like they're just kind of fine, but I mean, I think that what we want to be doing is getting a little bit more advantage. I think they were on the play both games. Sure. All right. This might be turn 1. Here's this. I don't know if I'm going to cycle Ents depending on what the texture of their hand is and how this game goes. We'll see about cycling it. But yeah, if they could keep up 1, that's fine. Grand Ranger. I think we do this. And then we just play a fucking Ent next turn. They quite literally cannot have a sweeper yet. It has to be removal for Queering Ranger, but they have to find their black mana that they don't always have super easy access to. But yeah, I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4. So if they don't kill the Queering or I draw a land, we're playing something good. But they snap kept 7, so it's probably gonna go medium here. But I mean, I think that leaning in to this is kind of, it's not the best that we could do, but I think it's the most efficient turn 2 and getting fucking 5 things on the board is pretty good against a deck that's going to have whatever. If they hold up counterspell, we're kind of screwed because if they go like counterspell the rooftop or the enter whatever and then keep going, if I can land this, like if they kept a kind of sketchy hand on the back of Brainstorm, that's kind of what we're looking for. But they're going to have to either shuffle their Brainstorm or hold up counterspell. Okay. 2, 3, 4. Pick this up. 5 rooftop. This is just like a medium threat for them, so they might not counter it, which is good for me. If they kind of spend a counter spell on it, that's great. And obviously, if they have untapped Black Source Arms of Adar, it's not great. but if they just found a bunch of counter spells, it's also not good. And hopefully we'll be able to get there. But I mean, this is classic like elf ball stuff that I talk about, and what the deck has kind of moved away from. Is them being able to just being this fragile to one sweeper is really not great when every deck is running one or two. Um, okay, yeah, they're going to get their black mana, Contaminated Aquifer. Okay, so they're going to play that, snuff out the Green Ranger, probably. Ew. Um, so yeah, so like this kind of stuff, when it was just like Electrickery or that, okay, they're going to hold up Counterspell, sure. Oh, I'm going to get to fucking play Generous End. That's a huge problem for them. 2, 3, 4, 5. Pick this up. 6. And attack for 2. I don't think playing the last Rainbow Elf does anything. But yeah, I mean, we're turn off auto yields. If they attack with a snacker, I could pick up with the V2. But yeah, also like fairies isn't really a huge presence in the meta, so having kind of medium game against small dinguses is not really great. And so like all these decks are playing, X amount of sweepers, X amount of kill spells, all this other stuff. And so having this kind of like one suffocating fumes deletes 4 of my permanents, like a 5-for-1. Yeah, okay. Isn't really the thing that we're looking for in this format. Sure. Anymore. Turn off auto yields. So yeah, this is the problem we've run into is 4, 5. Pick this back up. And then we're going to eat 2 things to the graveyard. I know we're not going to get to eat Snacker, but that's fine. And then eat Snuff Out and Counterspell. So they're a little bit further away from what they're trying to do. I'm just going to eat the food and pass. So we're in a weird race. I'm at 26. I've got a 3/3 flyer and then a bunch of dorks. They have 5 cards in hand. They've sculpted a little bit. They're a little bit further away from terrors than they like to be. The rooftop percher is actually doing kind of good math with that, making it a little weird. The big punish is they kept a 7 with Unexpected Fangs and the entire race is flipped. Um, sure. Okay. Don't fucking have it. Oh, come on. Insanely fucking annoying. All right, deck something. I guess that's something. Sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Got a counterspell up. I've got envelop. Sure, that's fine. I don't really care about elf count. Got the arms of Vidar. Sure. Oh, right, duh. Oh yeah. Okay. So I think that we're gonna get cooked just because our draw has been so medium. Um, After screaming like literally all day and all week for um some sort of ability to do anything, it would be and like have the turn one elves. I feel like these last 2 games I've just drawn a bunch of elves and not really any of the big bangers. I don't know of how much I diluted the bangers for that, but yeah, I mean, I think we're just dead. I don't think me blocking the this is really worth it. 4 cards in hand. Sure. All right. 4 cards in hand, 3 cards in hand. All right. Here's this. Show me the counterspell. Oh, cool. Okay. Cool. Not dead. 2. I can just eat the generous scent. Sure. Here's this. It's in the percher. Nope. Oh. Virtual Ranger. Attack for 4. Problem is they know about the Hydra. Always bad. But, you know, see how it goes. Alright, cool. I still have Birchlore up through a bunch of shit. This is fine. I honestly am shocked they're not cycling. They must have Mystic or something, but yeah. Okay. Sure. We'll figure it out. I think I clip this. And now if they use a counterspell, they're completely tapped out. Okay, cool. All right, big draw, big draw, big draw. Pretty good. Pretty good. All right. Sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Bestow Hydra onto rooftop. Is a 8/8 trample. And I can pick it up and crunch their shit. Eat their lifelink guy. Whew. Battling back, battling back. I mean, a single, you know, still a single removal spell fucks me, but I don't think they're going to attack. Yeah, there we go. All right, here's this. Still all in. 8/8 flying reach trample. Flample. All right, there we go. Yep, problem. That's both my rooftops down. But we can trade off with the tear, and then they're still not doing anything. Sure. 1. Nope. Cancel. Here's this. Sure. Second removal spell hurts me, but otherwise I'm trading off. Sure. Sure. That's fine. Timberwatch back in it. Timberwatch is super lethal next turn. Well, not super lethal, but it's pretty good. Sure. Hardcast Snacker. Yeah. I think if they've got another lifelink, that's okay. But I think my elf count is more important. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 elves. That looks like 18 to me. And if it's not, if they've got the removal spell, you got me. Doesn't have it. 2 clutch envelops. Hitting the Lorien revealed, I think, was awesome. Hitting that Arms of Adar was just like medium, but whew. All right, see we're on for round 4. Sorry, 5th and final round. Completely forgot where I was at in the whole deck. Jesus, that was a good game. I think I played that pretty well. All right, on the draw, final round. Rainbow Elves. Jasper Sentinel's sneaky reach actually came up, I feel like, really big in that last one. God fucking damn it. All right. They're keeping 7, and this is a sure. Okay. What you got for me? Another burn? I can hate my life? Nope. All right. Grixis Affinity. That's the nuts. It's either Grixis Affinity or like some weird Demir deck, but Sure. Sure. Okay, cool. So I get to have pick this up. I get to have pretty good turn 2. Gonna cycle this now. Put your red source on notice. They don't know about the Mass Vandal. They don't know about the Mass Vandal. It is safe to assume that I have a Mass Vandal if you're Grixis. If you're not, cool. All right. Do they find another red source? Nope. Cool. Um, yeah, you can't pay for anything with this. This is bad affinity, homie. Dump it. Dump it. Dump or land. All right, share Thoughtcast is fine. All right, Mass Vandal. Clip your red source. Pick this up. Play Priest. Down a land again, but it's fine. We did the classic develop while also wastelanding. And we might be able to dodge. I don't know how many Great Furnaces they play, and it looked like they were a little on the struggling side. Of they did the Reckoners. Yeah, so this is good. Let's look at them at Utrom. No, doesn't get him at Utrom. Sure, gets him at Thoughtcast. The big thing is, can I punish insanely? This is also a great matchup for the blue blast of the board. I'm gonna try to not show them Jasper Sentinel if I can. They didn't see anything. Okay, so they fuck. Okay. Worst case scenario. Sure. Um shit. Oh, that's bad. It'd be cool if they didn't have sure. That I will take. I will take I'll take that over anything. Um I gotta show them the Jaspera, but it doesn't really matter. They're probably just like weird. Um Not really thinking anything of it. Rainbow Elves has been more like land grant centric and using the Sagus and stuff to go get islands, which I think is good. But if we can dodge them finding KCS somehow, we're gonna get to play 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we'll play Hunter next turn, but they're over the hump. The one basic mountain was fucking crazy. Um, sure. Yeah, the one basic mountain is fucking nuts, I will say. So myself, 3. I think it's better to play this. Actually, don't have to pick that up. I can just tap here. Forgot that Jasper is also a mana dork. But shit. Okay. Well, I can't play anything else this turn. I'm gonna dump a Jaspera. But all right. So if they've got Cart Clan Shaman, we're in the dust, but we didn't introduce the initiative and then get KCS and then also get blown up. So that's something, I guess. But this has definitely slipped out of the range. Most of these decks will play like one swamp. I think that with a lot of the mass vandaling going on, that a lot of them have pivoted to playing the one mountain, and I just got punished with them finding their one unblow-upable red source. I don't play like Thermocurse or anything like that, which is a pretty funny thing, but having blue blasts in the sideboard is really helpful for this matchup, just because you can hit KCS and all this other shit like that. They should blow up my Quirion, but then I do get to Mass Vandal that, so yeah. They are a little bit on low resources. Sure. You know about the second Mass Vandal, which is fine. Mass Vandal. Eat this. I'm not hitting there. I'm not hitting any of that shit. And now we chill. So Timberwatch is probably on some like weirdo duty where it's gonna play pretty weird, but KCS plus Toxin is our biggest problem. It's not all this other stuff. Um, they have not missed a single land drop after having kind of an awkward opening. They also haven't really done anything. Okay, they're digging for KCS, which is fine. Um, I mean, it has to be fine. I'd rather them, I guess, spend a bunch of time doing that. All right, this. Do you have it? Do you have it? Do you have it? Do you have it? Do you have removal? Because a Gal Blast on my Priest would also be kind of annoying, but also not game ending. But if they let me untap with this, they're going to be very sad. Medium sad. Gal Blast also doesn't work. I guess is also the trick with it. I don't care about that. You can. Cool. Querying? Sure. All right. 3, 4. Hydra. Oh, actually, cancel. Cancel. This just adds to everything. All right. So it's the same elf count, but I get to make my creature bigger. And I don't think tapping the Jasper is really worth it. All right. 10. I'm not going to tap Timberwatch. You got a 10-12 to deal with. Obviously, KCS plus Toxin Analysis fucks my whole day up. What are you going to do? Why does that card have lifelink? Just give them, and also investigate. Why, it can't just do like 2 of the things. It has to be 1 mana instant, 3 of them. The fuck, Wizard of the Coast? It has to add additional affinity. It has to give it Death Touch and lifelink to the creature, because sure. And then it is instant speed, so you can't even play around it. I think if it was a sorcery, I feel like it'd be better, but like just being that completely lights out to everything is just so insanely fucked. I also feel like you wouldn't play that before you attack where you have KCS, so I guess they don't have it, but I mean they can keep attacking for 4. I don't really know what the play is here, homie. Attack her for KCS plus Toxin, but why wouldn't you do that? Oh, okay, sure. That doesn't kill me. So they have that, but they don't have the KCS? Okay, they're just... I also don't know why you wouldn't play that first. Oh my god, am I gonna get blown out from that? Huh. Alright, I mean, I did not expect that shit. Sure. Got my ass. Alright. I guess I should have jumped. I didn't expect double Gal Blast out of them, but I forget that they're a burn deck, and that should have been my tip off, is that they've got um that kind of shit. Rooftops. I think rooftops are fine. People always ask if I want why I take out Avenging Hunters, and it's because they have so much like random shit. So I think having envelops is good. I think that's not. I think one. What are their sorceries? It's yeah. I'm not really hitting. I'll bring in one, but I'm not really hitting the thought casts, and the other 4 that affect are instant speed because their entire deck is instant speed. Um, sure. All right. I'm gonna play Querying Ranger and hope they kill it. All right, cool. Mold 5. The thing is, their Mold 5s are pretty fucking good, but 2 lands, Mass Vandal, get there, but it's not great. It's not great for me, team. I wonder if they'll do the tactical concession, which would be really funny. Just like, no, fuck this. I don't want to play on 5. We can go to game 3. We'll be on the play again. Yeah, they were on the play this game. Okay, cool. They're happy with their 5. I'm going to give them this. Once again, we're not really leading up to anything crazy. Sure. Whereas I'd like to do this, and I get a little punished for playing the Finhorn Elves, but that's fine. We're okay. This is also why Jasper a little worse than... Sure. Play Discard Rat. Oh, play Discard Rat, homie. Are they even playing Refurbished anymore? Jesus Christ. Well, there goes their mulligan. Oh. Oh, no, it is only turn 2. Sure, of course. Why would I ever assume that they're not completely going to lights out me? All right, we'll see what they've got, but I'm fairly certain that we're cooked, but that's got to be what it's got to be. The Mountain. Thoughtcast, sure. Yeah, of course. London Mulligan to 5, and they've cast double Thoughtcast. Pretty cool effect. No red mana still. Sure. I know how to play around that. Like that. Here's this. Untap here. If they're sandbagging a red source, you got me. But whatever. You are dead next turn. I feel like if you had tapped red source, you would have played it last turn, but this feels like they're gonna, yeah, trying to dig into it. God damn it. Of course. Of course. Sure. And now we get to do the Mass Vandal trick. Sure. Sure. You got the third one? You got all 4? Nope. Okay. Mass Vandal trick. Blow up the red source. Spell bomb in response. We're just gonna let me have it. That's fine too. All right, pass the turn. Let's see what you got. I can beat 2/4/4s. We can figure that out. But yeah, I don't know why they let me kind of do that for free. You were gonna do this anyway. Maybe they're worried about the Mass Vandal trick. But yeah, I've got 2, 4, 5, 6 mana next turn. 1, 2, 3. Replay 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, okay. What? Why are you doing this in so weird? So weird, homie. An odd play. And I actually also have the Jaspers. They're not just 1/2s. God damn, this deck seeds cards. God fucking... Really? Really? What the fuck? Alright, yeah, I mean, sure, whatever. What the fuck is that? Sure. They're one of unsearchable thing. You're gonna die to the Black Mage's Rod. Just show me the KCS so we can go home. God fucking damn it. Alright. Yeah, whatever. I mean, Affinity did Affinity things. They mulled a 5. It had all 4 of their thought casts in their top 18 cards with 0 manipulation. Like, I don't even think that was like my bad. Like, I kept a medium hand. What the fuck am I gonna do against that? They didn't even have to sack any resources. They just hit blue source and then had every single thing. Okay. 3-2. Pretty good sideboard, all things considered. I think the light touch was actually pretty good. Having these be there was pretty okay. What did we beat? We beat Demir Terror, Spy. The fuck did we beat? What did we beat? All right, yeah, fuck you. Demir Terror. I don't even remember at this point. I'll have to watch back. Wall Spy, Mono Red. Couldn't tell you. But I think that having this as, a flexible, there are enough sorceries, so I think Envelop is pretty good. Getting Clip Arms of Vidar, obviously insanely broken. Blue Elemental Blast obviously did great work, showed up when we needed it to. I think that game 1 against Affinity, I should have just been throwing shit in front of the especially that last turn. I think I should have just thrown something in front of the Mirror Enforcer that was attacking me. I forgot that and this happened to me in real life too, where an opponent just like had all 4 Gal Blasts, so he hit me twice with a Refurbished Familiar and then just burned me out over my end step in his turn. I always forget that they have 16 points of burn that they can just like have. And so like that opponent where they played the Rooftop Percher, or the not the Rooftop Percher, the Black Mage's Rod, that should have been my clue that like something was up and it wasn't gonna get KCS, so I should have just thrown something in front and moved on with my life. I had enough blockers that I didn't really need to fall for that. So I think that overall this is a way to play elves if you want to have the additional stuff off of the blue blasts. You are a little bit fragile, as we saw with the mono red matchup, where they were able to just like clip at a random point, um, clip like the Bursal Ranger and made me use the blue blast, which can be a little bit difficult, but that's just like part of playing the Rainbow Elves experience. But I mean, other than that, this deck performed pretty good. We weren't super punished with having the elves that you need to tap a second one in. I think that the 4 Jasper 2 Birchlore is how I want to play it. I know you lose some equity because Birchlore doesn't need to, it can tap with Summoning Sickness. But I think the 1-2 reach is a real object in play. It doesn't die to end the festivities. It doesn't die to Lava Dart as easily. Like, it doesn't get cast in the fire. So you go like turn 1 Birchlore, turn 2 Query, and they just cast in the fire shit. So being able to duck the 1 mana sweepers and make them use the kind of weird stuff as well as being a reach blocker is pretty good. And so I think this is the preferred split I have. Obviously, you lose some of the speed by cutting down to 6 instead of 9 of these elves, and then you also lose the Sagus, so you're a little bit more fragile. But I think gaining Blue Blast, you can even move to Pyroblast, or if you really want to, you can put anything in there. You could put Mesmeric Fiends, all that kind of shit. But I think keeping it light for this first run through again with Rainbow Elves, this played pretty smooth as I remember it. It does feel a lot more elf bally. So instead of kind of the incremental advantage where you'll hit a bunch of land drops, you've got Sagus, you've got big creatures to play, you are kind of more tied into this low end of the spectrum. Your Hydra is more of a fireball and less of a 5 mana, 4 mana thing. And that's kind of plays into the V2s. So there's a little bit of that, but all in all, I think this worked out about as good as you can hope for Rainbow Elves. Obviously, losing to red is still kind of embarrassing in a deck that has the blue blasts, but obviously, I think that game was winning until they found, Flame Breathers 2, 3, and 4, or whatever that was. So they just got to a point where they weren't really doing anything, and then they were just kind of spinning their wheels, and then they found the Kessigs. I probably should have blue blasted it on my own turn, but obviously, hindsight's 2020. But I think overall, this worked out pretty good for the deck. So thank you so much for watching. I'll see everyone next time.